Nevada, but anything can happen. I mean, Texas A&M, like I said, got solid wins this year against some pretty good teams, and from what I've seen, they surprised everyone. All of the teams this year, so give me Texas A&M.
I got Texas A&M winning this one. Texas A&M has been fantastic this year. Expecting to continue it. They're playing at Kyle Field in College Station, so give me the Aggies to pick up the win here over Nevada. All right, Mike. Here's a game that's going to be playing in Norman, Oklahoma. Tulsa versus number 16 Oklahoma. Mike, who you got?
A good in-state game. I expect Tulsa to show for maybe a couple quarters, but I don't really see them being able to pull off a win here. I got to go to Oklahoma.
Juicy?
I got Oklahoma in this one. I see Oklahoma just steamrolling over Tulsa. I don't even think Tulsa's going to have a chance for about maybe 3 minutes in the game, but after that, I don't think Tulsa can keep it to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma was able to defeat Tennessee last week. Very close game. I had picked Tennessee to upset Oklahoma, which was really close. Like I was saying with Tennessee, they'll either be there this year or next year. So
Tennessee blew that game, bro.
Yeah, they did. But I think Oklahoma will beat Tulsa, and they'll continue their undefeated season so far. Don't think Tulsa have enough to pull it off. So, but I mean, anything can happen, like we've been saying. So we got Oklahoma winning. All of us over Tulsa, apparently. All right, now we're going to go slide on down the list and get up to number 15. It's somewhere right here. Well, actually, they're playing a game later on that we're picking, and the other game's playing. Okay, so we're skipping 15, 14, and 13. We're going to number 12. Georgia State versus Oregon. Mike, who you got?
Easily, I got Oregon. Georgia State, I think it was last week, earned their first win against the FBS football team.
Yeah, congratulations, Georgia State. Woo!
And the 2 or 3 years that they've been a part, and the 3 years they've been a part of the FBS, they won their first game last week against Charlotte, I think. I forgot. It's a new team in the FBS, whatever. They won, and I was happy for them because that's their first win in FBS. Do I see them being able to beat Oregon? I don't think so. I think Oregon, I said a lot, but I think I'm pretty confident about this one. I think Oregon might put up 50, 60 points against them.
Who you got, Juicy? Juicy? It looks like Juicy's having a little bit of technical difficulties here. We'll get his pick back later on and see. Let's see here. Alright, well, I'm going to do my pick here. I'm going to let Juicy come back on the show here and make his pick. Well, let's see here. We'll see what happens here. I'm going to go pick Oregon to knock off Georgia State here. I think Oregon's going to definitely do this in Eugene, Oregon. They should definitely steamroll through Georgia State. Don't see it happening. Georgia State did pick up their first win like Mike alluded to. And I'll pick Oregon to knock off Georgia State. Who you got, Juicy? Juicy?
And we lost Juicy.
Yep. Talk, Juicy? Okay, looks like we're having a problem with it. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll see what happens here. Might get some better connection with Juicy there later on here. I think Juicy was going to pick Oregon anyway. It seems like I think I heard Oregon.
Yeah, and if not, we'll see if he'll maybe post his picks on Facebook if we can't get him back.
Yeah, let's see. With Clemson play, congrats to Clemson for knocking off Louisville. Congratulations on that. So let's see here. Let's see, what's number 10? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Well, okay, we can't pick that one. That's going to be later on, too. Okay. Let's see. Alright, we're trying to get back in contact with Juicy. Juicy, you there? You there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Alright, pick the game that we were about to pick. It was Oregon and Georgia State. What? Okay. Looks like we lost connection to both of them, so this is not good at all. Alright, I'll just talk for a little bit while these air or tech team works this whole entire thing out here. So, yeah, first time this season. We improved our technology capabilities the last couple of times, so it was actually pretty dang good here for a while. So, we'll try to keep working on that. Our first time this season. I mean, usually it was happening every week last season, so, I mean, hey. I think it's better. So, all right, here we go. Number 9, Florida State versus Boston College. I think Florida State's gonna win this game over Boston College. I don't see Boston College going to pull up the upset here. But even though last year Boston College did a really good job there, they were gonna pull it off last year, but they didn't quite get it done. It was very close, though. I mean, it was a good game. Do I expect them to do it this year? Don't see it happening. I think Florida State will prove that they have enough to knock off Boston College again this year. So, and unless I'm proven wrong, which I mean, last week I've been proven wrong a little bit, like with the whole. You there, Juicy?
Hello?
You there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, got you. I'm doing Florida State and Boston College.
Alright.
Who you got? I picked Florida State.
I got Florida State winning this game pretty easily. I don't see Boston College. Yeah, they were pretty impressive last week, but they were just playing Howard.
Yeah.
I don't see Boston College having enough to come and beat up on Florida State. So I got Florida State winning this one.
Let me try to see if I can get back in touch with Mike here. Let's see. Let's try Mike. Let's see. Let's see if we get Mike here. Give Mike his old opinion, you know, guys. You know, Fishbowl Nation, we always try to do that. Try to get everybody on the show here as much as we can. Let's see if he'll actually pick up here. You there, guys?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Alright, Mike, Florida State and Boston College.
Florida State.
Florida
I think
State.
it's going to be a good game, but Florida State.
Florida State all the way. Fear to spear? Fear to spear, Mike?
Huh?
Fear to spear?
Oh, yeah.
All the way. Alright, this is a game that I thought a couple of years ago would actually been more of a competitive game. Now, looking at this program, it's not looking like the case. South Carolina versus number 7, Georgia. Mike, who you got?
You know what? Give me an upset.
Really?
Really? Give me the upset. Yes, I think Georgia's a fantastic team. I think they're probably the best team in the East. Really? But I think Steve Spurrier might have something for.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought of. But I think they're going to stop Nick Chubb. I think South Carolina's going to pull off the upset. You're telling me that South Carolina's going to beat Georgia? I have a gut feeling that it's going to be one of those games where I think South Carolina's just going to surprise everybody and pull off the upset.
Yeah, it could happen.
They're not that great of a team. And don't get me wrong, South Carolina, but Georgia's a fantastic team. But I do think South Carolina's going to pull out some of that magic and pull off an upset. You think Spurrier's going to pull off the upset? The old ball coach is going to pull off an upset.
Alright, but you see what you think about that.
I'm definitely going with Georgia in this game. I don't see South Carolina. They're going to hang in there maybe for almost a half. It's going to be a decent game, but I think Georgia in the second half with Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb is going to end up getting his way and wear out South Carolina defense and probably win by about 3 touchdowns. I think in the end, Georgia's gonna be too much for them.
Man, Mike pulling the upset kind of shocked me there. I agree. I think that was
shocked me too.
That was a, you know, it actually kind of makes sense a little bit. You wouldn't expect South Carolina, I mean, but it is a gut feeling too. So, I mean, my gut's telling me to go with Georgia. So I'm gonna go pick Georgia to win this game. Don't think South Carolina's gonna have enough for South Carolina to stop him. Nick Chubb, I think, is gonna run wild. Nick Chubb's a Heisman contender. It's gonna be tough to stop him. So, give me Georgia in this game here.
If it was South Carolina 2 or 3 years ago, yeah, I would go with South Carolina, but not this year. You can't bet against the ball. Good grief.
You can't.
Ball coach in this game. I gotta go with him.
All right. I mean, it's understandable. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's perfectly fine. Let's see here. We're at number 7. Skipping. Wait, never mind. We're not skipping 6. Okay. Stanford versus number 6 USC, Mike.
It's going to be a good game. Stanford, if they were a couple years back, I think they would pull off the win. But I think USC is going to win this one.
All right. Who you got, Juicy?
Actually, on this game, I'm going to go with the upset on this one. And Stanford, I think. Stanford, I have a gut feeling like Mike did earlier. I have a gut feeling that Stanford is going to pull off the upset over number 6 USC.
All right.
Like they did a few years ago when Jim Harbaugh was there. I think they're going to win this game.
Okay, I disagree with you, Juicy. I think USC is going to beat Stanford. Stanford's not what they were last couple of years. I mean, they kind of fallen off a little bit there on this train. They've already lost the game this year, but I think USC will continue their undefeated season. All right, now let's see. Let's look at number 5 here. Who's number 5 on this list?
Baylor, I think.
I don't see Baylor anywhere.
Must be off.
They must be off on this week. Well, I know what the next game is, so if they don't, okay, they're not on this. All right, number 4, Michigan State versus. Wait, I just had their name in my head. Okay, Air Force. There it is. Michael, you got Michigan State or Air Force?
Well, after Michigan State's very impressive win last week against Oregon, I gotta go Michigan State to continue their hot streak. Air Force, I don't really see them being able to put up much of a fight against Michigan State. They're a pretty decent team, Air Force, but I gotta go Michigan State all the way.
Who you got, Juicy?
After I seen how Michigan State played against Oregon last week, I think I'm gonna go with Michigan State because I honestly picked Oregon to beat Michigan State, and they proved me wrong. So this week, I don't see Air Force being the team that Oregon was, or being as much of a threat to Michigan State. But I see Michigan State win pretty easily over Air Force.
I think Michigan State will win this game. I don't think they're going to. Air Force is going to win this game. I think Michigan State has more talent up front on the offensive line. They'll knock them guys back on defense, and Michigan State will be able to pass and they'll run the football all they want. So, give Michigan State. They're going to eat it all up. They're going to eat lunch, as they would say. All right. SMU versus number 3 TCU. Who you got, Mike?
TCU. SMU is definitely not a squad I would think could pull off the upset. I gotta go with TCU.
All right, Juicy, who you got?
I'm gonna go with TCU. I know that TCU is definitely favored to beat SMU, and I don't really see SMU as really an ideal school that would pull off an upset against TCU, even though nobody really saw Minnesota doing what they did against TCU like in week 1 either. But I don't think I don't think that SMU was what Minnesota is either.
All right, I think TCU is going to run away with this game. The line, if you want to bet on this game, is 37 points, giving it to TCU. So, SMU. My bad. I read it wrong. TCU is definitely going to win this game here. Don't think SMU is going to have enough. Give me TCU. All right, skipping number 2. That's the big game of the week, apparently. Number 1 is, I don't see Ohio State. I don't